during the 1920s, a lot of fads were formed, a lot of interesting stuff, really. You can kind of find it anywhere. Oh my God! Oh, mahjong! Oh, this was a fad which was just wild during the 1920s. What's going on here?
I'm almost done actually. I just need one more match. I already have 4 pairs of 3, and if I get one more, actually, I'll just win. Oh, there we go.
What? No.
Yeah.
What? Sure, what?
See, that's how you win.
Oh my God! Mahjong game instantly done right there. Whoa, what other fads could we find here? Oh, dude, some guy pole sitting. Oh, no doubt, deep in thought. What a crazy guy. And some guy yo-yoing. Yeah, yo-yos were invented in the 1920s, and they became a pretty big fad. While pole sitting. That is incredible. All right. What else is going on? Oh my God! Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, invented by somebody. Yeah, in the 1920s. Yeah, he's really enjoying that peanut butter sandwich. And really, even now, it's still a huge thing.
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
1922, generosity.
2 friends eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich. My God.
What a good way to end the century.
Delish.
Yeah.
Marathon dancing became a fad in the 1920s. However, as people danced for hours or even days, it became a deadly pastime. Spectators paid 25 cents to watch, while only the top couple walked away with a sizable profit. The remaining dancers got to keep only the change thrown to them by onlookers.
In the vintage area, cars became much more practical, convenient, and comfortable during this period. Car heating was introduced, as was in the in-car radio. This is a car in its natural habitat. Unfortunately, the end of World War I brought the depression of 1920 through 1921 with a better than 20% inflation rate, which absolutely decimated the automotive industry. However, from 1920 to 1929, many dramatic changes began to take place. General Motors went into a financial crisis that lasted after Alfred Sloan became president in 1923. Another interesting fact about General Motors, though, is that General Motors was actually one of the first automotive industries to offer different varieties of cars, which really appealed to most of the consumers and gave them an edge over Ford. Ford was in the process of building a new plant, buying back stock, and began an 18-month process of tooling up to replace the Model T with the Model A in 1927. In 1921, Maxwell failed and Walter P. Chrysler, formerly of General Motors, was brought in to reorganize it, and in 1925, the Chrysler Corporation that we know and love today was formed. With Ford out for a period, Chrysler was able to produce and market the low-priced Plymouth in 1927, and bought out the Dodge brothers in 1928, resulting in the Big Three, more recently known as the Detroit Three.
With more automobiles available, roads are more crowded, and car accidents have increased from less than 5,000 a year to more than 30,000. The Model A and most other cars have no safety features at all, making travel a bumpy experience. The Federal Highway Act of 1916 encouraged states to remedy the bad roads.
During the period of the vintage era, the front engine car came to dominate, with closed bodies and standardized controls becoming the norm. In 1919, 90% of the cars sold were open. By 1929, 90% were closed. Development of the internal combustion engine continued at a rapid pace, with multi-valve and overhead camshaft engines produced at the high end, and V8, V12, and even V16 engines conceived for the ultra-rich. Also in the 1919, hydraulic brakes were invented by Malcolm Lowhead, co-founder of Lockheed. They were also adopted by Duesenberg for their 1921 Model A. 3 years later, Hermann Reisler, the Vulcan motor, invented the first automatic transmission, which had 2-speed planetary gearbox, torque converter, lock-up clutch, and it never entered production. It's like would only become an available option in 1940. Just as the end of the vintage era, tempered glass, now standard equipment in side windows, was invented in France. In this era, The revolutionary ponton design of cars without fully articulated fenders, running boards, or other compact ledge elements were introduced in small series, but a mass production of such cars was started much later.
911, what's your emergency? You want us to arrest them just for being black? Sir, I can't arrest them just for being black. Sir, are you a member of the Klan? Sir, I can't arrest you, but I can't arrest a black person either. What do you want me to do about this? Why are you calling in? Sir, there's laws against racism. Is this a scheme to take over the government? Sir, are you still there? Sir, what are you gonna do?
In the New York City borough of Manhattan, African American writers, artists, and musicians came to share their work and fuel each other's ambitions. This artistic movement became what is now called the Harlem Renaissance. One of the most noted black writers from the 1920s is Langston Hughes, who became well known for his poetry that illustrated what it felt like to be black in America. In his works, he encapsulated the African American's longing for equality. By combining African rhythms, European harmonies, American band music, along with the blues and African American folk music, jazz was born in New Orleans and quickly spread north. Louis Armstrong became famous for his amazing improvised trumpet solos, and Edward Ellington, also known as the Duke, dazzled nightclubs on the piano with his band. Recording and the popularization of the radio helped spread the new style of music to all parts of the country. Despite traditionalist efforts, jazz helped transform the nation into its own unique culture. The Jazz Singer was the first feature-length motion picture with sound. Following the life of a Jewish man trying to build his occupation singing, talkies, as they are now called, ushered in a whole new era of entertainment as people gathered at the movies to escape the result of the post-war economic downturn. Ticket sales more than doubled from 300 million to 720 million in just 8 years, and movie stars became national celebrities.
Don't cry. A little kiss of rain that takes me away from you. You don't know just how sad it makes me. Kiss me pretty and then, ow, ow, do it over again. Watch for the mail. I never fail. If you don't get a ladder, then you know I'm in jail. Hey, hey, don't try